Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 graduating class of Bert Church High School. Graduates, please be seated. Welcome, graduates, teachers, teaching assistants, parents, relatives, friends, and honored guests, MP Mr. Blake Richards, MLA Miss Angela Pitt, Mayor Heather Spearman, Rocky View School Trustee Mr. Jeremy Clug, Rocky View Superintendent of Schools Mr. Ryan Reid, Principal of Bert Church High School Miss Nicola Tyzowski, and Assistant Principal Mr. Lael Johnson and Mr. Scott Thompson. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2026 commencement ceremonies for Bert Church High School. I am Miss Shaylee Bramford, a teacher at Bert Church High School, and I'll be your mistress of ceremonies for this evening's wonderful event. In consideration of 12 years of incredibly hard work on behalf of the grads, we ask that at this time, similar to what we ask in class, that cell phones be turned off and away. We'd also like to let you know that near the stage, there will be photography taken by Life Touch. And while the graduates are crossing, we ask you to remain seated. These professional photos will be provided to families after the ceremony on the back field. To begin our proceedings today, we will begin with our Rocky View Schools land acknowledgement. Rocky View Schools would like to acknowledge the land and recognize that all Indigenous peoples whose footprints have marked these lands from time immemorial. Together, we can learn and honor the ways of knowing of Indigenous peoples for all future generations. We now call upon graduate Danica Pusnick for the singing of O Canada. If you are able, please stand and remove your hats. Hi. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see the rise, a true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Thank you, Dana. So today is a very exciting day where our Bert Church graduating class of 2026 can reflect and celebrate the accomplishments of getting to this point in their educational journey. Prior to presenting the diplomas, we have the honor of hearing from the dignitaries in attendance. First to the stage, we would like to invite Mr. Blake Richards, Member of Parliament for the Airdrie-Cochrane Electoral District. Mr. Richards has a long connection to Bert Church High School. Please welcome MP Blake Richards.
Well, congratulations, Chargers. Congratulations, graduates. It's a big day. Yeah. Give yourselves a round of applause. Without a doubt, took a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, perseverance, resilience to get to this point. This is a day that you should celebrate, and I hope it's the first of many celebrations like this one because of those same qualities that you'll demonstrate throughout life, I hope. I've got a little bit of advice for you today that I want to read to you from a book. You might not all be able to see it. It's called Dear Baby. And I know you're thinking, what the? He's going to read to us from a baby book? Yeah, I am. I'm going to read to you from a baby book. Because I was reading this to my daughter not that long ago. She's grad of about 2042, if everything goes well. And I asked her permission the other day if I could read this to you, and she told me I could. And I think it's got some really great advice, whether it be for a baby, whether it be for graduates heading off into the next chapter of their lives, or even for old guys like me. So I will share a little bit from that, but I wanted to acknowledge a couple of groups of really special people before I do so. And the first is your parents. And I'm going to ask the parents of the graduates, if you can, if you could all please stand. Give them a round of applause, graduates. All right. Parents, stay standing. Don't sit down yet, stay standing. If you've got younger or older siblings, you will recognize this, but graduates, I'm going to ask you if you can. I know it won't be easy in some cases, but take a look around, see if you can find your parents, meet them in the eyes, all right? And on the count of 3, I want you to say, I love you, Mom and Dad, with me, all right? So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, that was pretty good. Okay, parents, you can actually be seated now. And I just wanted to do that because it's so important that you show your parents appreciation. Like, you think about all the ups and downs that you've been to get to this point. You think about the highs and lows, the trials and tribulations, and everything in between. Your parents were there for you through it all. And as you move on in life with whatever other chapters come along, your parents are going to continue to be there for you all throughout that time. And I just want you to remember, you know, whether it's now because you move off to school next year or you head away to go work, or maybe you are going to spend some more time in your parents' basement, but whatever it is, when you are gone, your parents are going to miss you a little bit, right? So take some time to come home or go up the stairs every once in a while to show some appreciation, to say hi, to have dinner with them maybe. Like, don't just show up when it's time to do your laundry or when you need to borrow some money, but actually show up and spend some time with them, because they will appreciate that as the years go on. So, and then the other group of people I really want to recognize is your teachers. And I'll ask the teachers, and when I say teachers, I mean, most importantly, the teachers that have taught you here in your school, but not just the teachers from school. The teachers, whether it be sports coaches, drama teachers, art teachers, piano instructors, anyone that has taught these students, if you could please stand as well so that the students can acknowledge you as well. So give them a big round of applause. All right. And so now we're going to get to this book that I'm going to rename for this evening, Dear Graduate, all right? And I am going to actually read you some advice from this book. Dear Graduate, be curious. Dear Graduate, it's okay to make mistakes. Get back up and make your mark. There are many ways to say thank you. Try them all. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. You'll go far. Explore, 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 because there's always more. Remember your roots and spread your branches far and wide. Dear graduate, you know what's really great? Not taking yourself too seriously. Seriously. Never be afraid to break down walls and to build bridges. Sometimes you'll need to speak up, sometimes you'll need to listen, and sometimes you'll need to do a little bit of both. Feeling stuck? Remember, some things in life will take baby steps, other things will come in leaps and bounds. This is probably my favorite. Dear graduate, wiggle and giggle like no one is watching, even if someone is watching. Look up. Each star is a spark of possibility. Dear graduate, you are exactly who, what, and where you were supposed to be. And you are all going to have incredibly bright futures if you apply the same things that you've applied to getting yourself to this point. So congratulations, graduates, and best wishes for whatever the next chapter of your life brings.
Thank you so much, MP Richards. Today in attendance, we have a member of the Legislative Assembly of Airdrie East, Miss Angela Pitt. Angela Pitt was first elected in 2015. She brings us greetings today from the province and is also a parent of a graduate today. Please welcome MLA Angela Pitt.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Look at you guys. You look so good. Who's excited to be here today? Who's terrified to be here today? Well, congratulations and good evening. These are the moments in life that feel like a pause in time. Moments where everything that you've worked for gathers itself in a single breath. And tonight is one of those moments. It carries happiness, relief, excitement, and maybe even a little uncertainty about what comes next. But before anything else, and on behalf of everyone here and those of us who are here in spirit, congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. You can cheer. This achievement didn't happen all at once. It was built day by day, choice by choice. It's in the setbacks that didn't define you, but instead shaped you. You guys didn't let the COVID lockdowns hold you back. You didn't let a teacher strike in your senior year hold you back. You rose above disappointment, loss, and maybe even a little grief. You laughed. You cheered the Chargers on loudly or enjoyed being cheered for. You may even have cried a little. You stayed up late studying or working very hard to make up an excuse as to why you didn't hand in that project. We all know Power School doesn't update that slowly. And in all of those decisions, even though it was hard, you grew up. That is what this moment represents. Not perfection, but persistence. And while I stand here as your MLA, tonight I also stand here as someone who understands deeply and personally what it means to watch potential unfold over time. I've known many of you for a long time. And alongside your parents, we've seen a young person grow into their own sense of purpose. To witness the moment when you begin to trust your voice, your instincts, and your place in the world. It's a reminder that growth isn't always loud or obvious. Often it happens in small and steady ways until one day you realize just how far you've come, until one day you are an adult. Now, looking out at all of you, it's clear that none of your journeys have been identical. Each of you carries experiences that have shaped how you see the world. Some have faced challenges that others may never fully understand. Some of you knew exactly where you wanted to go this entire time, while others are still discovering that path. And all of those experiences are valid. All of them matter, not just 6 or 7. Because what connects you is not that your paths have been the same, but that you've all arrived here together, all having grown, having learned, and having become something more than you once were. And you didn't do it alone. You've been surrounded by people who showed up for you, friends who stood beside you, teachers who challenged you, families who supported you in ways both visible and unseen. The encouragement, the patience, the belief that others had in you, especially when you struggled to see it. Those things have made a difference, and they will continue to long after tonight. In public life, I spend a great deal of time thinking about the future. We talk about it in terms of policy planning and long-term vision. But standing here tonight, I'm reminded of a much simpler truth. The future is not something abstract or distant. It's here. It's in your ideas. It's in your art. It's in your sports, in your volunteerism, your compassion, your willingness to question, to create, to improve what you've been given. It's in the standards that you've set for yourselves and in the courage you show when faced with uncertainty. So don't be afraid of not knowing. Don't rush to have everything figured out. Instead, stay open. Say yes more than you say no. Give yourself permission to grow, to change your mind, to try something new, and even to fail at it. Growth comes from failure. It's not pretty, actually sucks quite a bit, but you will grow, and what matters is not that your path is perfect, but that it's yours. Carry your values with you. Let them guide your decisions, especially when it's difficult. Choose integrity. Do the right thing, even when no one is watching. Lean on those that got you this far. Just because you're graduating doesn't mean your families don't have more to teach you. We are adult pros, after all. To the families and the loved ones here tonight, this milestone belongs to you as well. Your support, your sacrifices, your encouragement, your strength through raging hormones, difficult assignments, new math, and so many tears have been the foundation beneath every step that these graduates have taken. You've helped shape not just their success, but their character. And these are really good kids. So graduates, take a moment to look around. These are the people that have been part of your story so far. The faces you recognize, the ones you hustled so hard to get these tickets for tonight, the voices that you've heard in the hallways and the classrooms, and the people who shared in your challenges and your successes. These connections are so meaningful. They are part of who you are, and they will stay with you in ways that you may not yet realize, the good ones and the bad ones. And now you stand at the edge of something new, a chapter where you begin to define success on your own terms, where you decide what matters, what you stand for, and what kind of life you want to build. Step into it with confidence, even if that confidence feels quiet at first. Take risks when the opportunity calls. Speak up for what you believe in, and don't forget where you came from, because your roots, your experiences, and the people who have supported you will always be a source of strength. And for those of us who have had the privilege of watching this journey unfold up close, know this: the pride that we feel tonight isn't just about what you've achieved, it's about who you've become. The world is waiting, not for perfection, but for people willing to show up, to care, and to just try. Your story is just beginning. So Chargers, get up on your feet. Come on, this is your health break. Those chairs are wildly uncomfortable. Okay, friends, parents, teachers, families, please join me in congratulating the Bert Church Chargers class of 2026.
Now you have to stand for the rest of the no, I'm kidding. Grab a seat, guys. Thank you so much, MLA Pitt. We'd now like to invite Rocky View School trustee, Mr. Jeremy Clug, to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be here on behalf of the Board of Trustees today as we gather to celebrate this graduating class. I know my fellow trustees would agree with me when I share how much joy it brings us as people who care deeply about public education and community to join students, parents, teachers, family members, and friends for this once-in-a-lifetime occasion. Students, you've worked incredibly hard to be here, and you've faced many challenges through the years. I hope you're all proud of the hard work, perseverance, and resilience you've demonstrated. As my oldest child is graduating this year too, I have no doubt that the parents, teachers, family, and friends that have supported you are feeling incredibly proud as well. As you move forward with increasing independence, I encourage you all to keep taking opportunities that push you out of your comfort zone. It's in those spaces and places that we truly grow as humans. Congratulations on meeting this milestone, graduates. Enjoy these last few weeks of high school and make incredible memories with your friends and family this summer. On behalf of the board, I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. We work very closely with our neighbors at the City of Airdrie and are thrilled that Mayor Heather Spearman is joining us today. Heather Spearman was elected as mayor in 2025 after previously serving as an Airdrie City Councilor. She is very passionate about our community and works tirelessly on behalf of all Airdrie residents and businesses. Please welcome Mayor Heather Spearman to the stage.
Well, good evening, graduates, families, teachers, staff, and the people who spent the last 18 years repeatedly asking these graduates, so what are your plans for after high school? As though a 17-year-old is supposed to have their entire life figured out already. No pressure. Now, I was told your banquet theme this year was the 1920s, which is fantastic because apparently after living through a pandemic, economic instability, political polarization, and a deeply confusing internet, your generation looked at history and said, you know what, let's also revisit the decade right before the Great Depression. Bold choice. But honestly, this graduating class really has lived through unusual times. Adults keep calling these years unprecedented, while most of you are probably thinking, I don't know, this just feels like school. For you, lockdowns, online classes, canceled events, uncertainty, and constant world news weren't interruptions to normal life. In many ways, they were your normal. And yet, here you are, graduating, celebrating, pretending not to care how many photos your families are taking tonight. And that deserves real recognition because high school is not the same experience for everyone. For some of you, these were amazing years filled with friendships and memories you'll carry forever. And for others, high school was awkward, stressful, lonely, or exhausting. Usually all of the both for just the morning before lunch. But tonight is bigger than all of that. Tonight is about what you've accomplished. You adapted, you kept going, you learned resilience earlier than most generations ever had to. And now you move into a world that will probably continue to be a little chaotic. Sorry about that. But if I could leave you with one thought tonight, it's this. The people who make the biggest difference in the world are rarely the loudest. They are usually the kindest. The people who include others, who stay curious, who work hard, and who make life easier, safer, warmer, or funnier for the people around them. And that matters. So please, don't feel pressure to become perfect overnight. Most adults are also improvising. We're just doing it with car payments and lower back pain. What matters is that you continue becoming more fully yourself. Stay enthusiastic, care deeply about things, be kind, and don't lose the parts of yourself that are genuine, even if they are a little weird. Those are usually the best parts. So congratulations, Bert Church High School class of 2026. On behalf of the city of Airdrie, we are incredibly proud of you, and we cannot wait to see where you go next. Congratulations.
Thank you. On behalf of Rocky View Schools, we're very pleased to welcome Superintendent of Rocky View Schools, Mr. Ryan Reid, to celebrate our graduates. Now, Mr. Reid is the original gangster of Bert Church High School. He was a teacher, he was a student, he was the principal, and now he runs the thing. He's the superintendent. Please welcome Mr. Ryan Reid.
Thanks, Ms. Branford. I did actually hire Shaylee, and I've never been referred to as an original gangster before, so I'll take that. Graduates, families, friends, and dignitaries, congratulations and welcome to this evening honoring our Bert Church graduates. It's pretty cool. I think 4 years ago, this group was in grade 9, and I was addressing them and telling them all the things not to do to get in trouble in high school. So it's cool to be at the end of it and be able to celebrate with you all today. So while you're concluding one season of your journey, another exciting one is just beginning. Throughout my life, every time I've taken on a new challenge, it's marked the end of another. You're at a significant moment of change, and I know you may be feeling mixed emotions. As a first-year superintendent, I can relate to the feelings that come with trying something new. It can be energizing and terrifying all at once. Throughout my own post-high school path, saying yes to new adventures led me to where I am today. And for many of you, our paths intersected when you were fresh-faced grade 9 students at BCHS, and I was your principal. Being able to celebrate with you today makes me feel both a little bit older and a lot prouder of your accomplishments. Thank you for contributing to Bert Church High School over the past few few years. So the seeds of your growth, while they got to grow and develop at Bert Church, they were planted in classrooms many years ago with teachers who cared. Over the years, they listened to your questions and maybe a few problems, took time to show you the way, and genuinely cared about you. They taught you, guided you, supported you, and helped bring you to this day. You're fortunate to have had such caring teachers and staff, and especially the group that you've had for the last few years here at Bert Church. To the parents, caregivers, community members, teachers, and everybody else who invest in the lives of these graduates, a sincere thank you. Graduates, when there's no more Power School marks to wait for, and no one to mark you absent, even when you really, truly were in your seat during attendance, know that there will always be teachers in your life. Sometimes they'll be at your job, someone who guides you in your career and helps you move forward towards your goals. Sometimes they'll be a friend, someone who listens wholeheartedly and offers life advice. Your mentors, just like your teachers, will play important roles in helping you grow, succeed, and move forward. More than ever, we need young people who are ready to step beyond the comforts of their high school hallways and become contributing, positive members of society. In my role, I often get to be a cheerleader for the next generation, and my many interactions, and many with you, give me confidence in the leaders that you will become, and that you already are. Lastly, on a personal note, while high school may be an ending, the connections you've made with classmates don't have to end here. One of my most active group chats is with 3 friends I met in Airdrie during high school. Staying rooted in who you are while evolving and changing as your path leads in different directions is a balance that you'll learn to strike in the years ahead. I encourage you to stay in touch. The connections you've made here are real and meaningful. So on behalf of Rockview Schools, congratulations on this achievement. We're so proud of you and honored to have been part of your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reid. At this time, we'd like to welcome our wonderful principal, Ms. Tyzowski, to the podium, who started her teaching career at Bert Church High School and continues to lead us as principal. Please welcome Ms. Tyzowski.
All right, welcome graduates of 2026. So it's my honor to celebrate this special occasion with you. I extend a warm welcome to our dignitaries, to you, the grade 12 students, your family and friends, to the Bert Church staff who have gathered here tonight. As I welcome you this evening, I wanted to take a moment to pause and reflect on the class of 2026. You have a genuine sense of kindness that is far-reaching. In fact, I've had the privilege in some cases of knowing some of you through different stages of your educational journey. And I can honestly share that your level of compassion and kindness shines through all of your friendly approaches in high school today as it did back then. As a cohort, the class of 2026 exudes kindness in everyday actions. Parents, you need to know that your children are wonderful examples of humanity on a daily basis. So students like Prob, for example, who have a strong urge to ensure that our school charger pride is always at the forefront and who is an advocate of extending kindness to all students and staff. In fact, sharing this week that as chargers, we should ensure that we make this a positive and memorable time for the entire school community. Emma, who has been described as a dynamic force in our school community, always ensuring that those around her succeed, acting as a natural peer tutor who make difficult ideas accessible to anyone. Or students like Drake and Sarah, who quietly check in with others to see how they are doing and extending encouragement in the culinary kitchen. Madeline and Olivia, whose efforts to recognize others and showcase the need to act in ways that embody acceptance leads to robust school initiatives. Cameron, who consistently brings a positive attitude to school each day and who is an excellent example for others in their willingness to contribute to a positive school community. Or Addison, who's very well known as showing up with Timbits on Tuesday for everyone. The level of kindness and desire for students to help one another be their very best is not only highlighted through the individual actions of all of you, but it's also through your collective. So powerful moments where the spirit of kindness goes beyond the individual is seeing, for example, the senior night sport games when Bert Church High School senior students like Quinn and Zoe are recognized for not only their athletic abilities, but also for their ability to unite the team together. These moments before a game where coaches speak to the character of the team and the players highlights this value. The same level of dedication appears with our leadership group, who regularly makes leaving a positive impact on others their focus of action. Most recently, if you've paid attention to our hallways, they are always clean and clear. To students like Brooke or Cam or Bryson, who constantly and always open doors for others and are there to smile and greet staff and students. The lived experiences of you, the class of 2026, are countless. Each of you have identifiable moments, and if time permitted, I could speak to all of you and the highlights and what you bring to the school. These individual and collective actions are what makes Chargers and Bert Church School stronger together. So tonight is about each of you, individual and your collectiveness together as Chargers. This evening, we celebrate and recognize the 13 years of schooling that have helped to shape not only yourself, but others. As we look to the ceremony, take pride in these milestones and the hard work that brought you here. Feel the deep satisfaction of your achievement tonight. Carry forward the lessons and the friendships that you have made, and know that there is hope in the promise of new beginnings and the opportunity that awaits you. As you enter your next stage, carry forward your acts of kindness as you have done. There is no action that is too small, and know that your desire to ensure that everyone has a kind interaction in a day has not only left a mark at Bert Church, but echoes through those hallways. Congratulations, Chargers.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tyzowski. Each year, the students vote to select a staff member to address the graduates. This year, the man needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyways. This year, it goes to Mr. Austin Lowry, king of the portables. Mr. Lowry is a passionate social studies teacher that builds incredible relationships with students. You voted for him, the man, the myth, the legend. Please welcome Mr. Lowry to the stage.
Okay, so we're just going to figure out where we stand up here, because there's two mics, and I'm neither a politician, principal, or anyone who gets paid anything like that. So, yeah, we're going to go from there. So just to be clear, you guys did this, right? You picked the sentimental guy to give a speech in front of 2,000 people. So if anything goes wrong this mess, it's on all of you 300, okay? But hopefully, something that I say this evening is going to help you reflect on your senior year in some type of meaningful way. I feel like your graduation is a full circle moment for the both of us. This is the group that was just starting out in grade 9 at Bert Church when I began my career as a teacher 4 years ago in 2022. Seeing how we've been in the same building together for the past 4 years, next year's gonna feel different without you. All graduating classes have their own special defining traits that make them unique, but this group has been something else entirely. You're sincere, you're genuine, you're kind, respectful, smiling, full of joy and laughter. Parents, similar to us teachers, I'm sure you've noticed, become annoyed, or laughed at how seriously some of these kids have taken their water guns and goggles these past few weeks. There were more than a few occasions that I heard some students complain that they were worried about Zach Grant hiding under their car with a water gun. I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know. That speaks not only to this group's commitment, albeit in a roundabout way, but the lighthearted, easygoing nature that they bring with them wherever they go. To the class of 2026, you work hard. You represent our school well. Many of you make our jobs as teachers easier, and you've shown the other grade 10s and grade 11s in the building that they have big shoes to fill next year. You have made a name for yourselves and created a legacy that will be talked about for years after today. I was privileged to teach 5 groups from this graduating class this year. Ms. Tyzowski even trusted me enough to have me teach Social 30-1 for the first time this year. To my first semester 30-1 class ever, thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for always being willing to form an assembly line and keep us all warm with hot chocolate when the heating in the portables went out. That's not a bash on the portables, though. We love Portopia. While you might not have always been saved from the cold, at least we managed to save you from your first semester diplomas. You're welcome. It cost a little bit. To my afternoon 30-2 class from this semester, I don't think I've ever cooked more for a group of students, but you made up for it by A, not ever getting sick from my cooking, B, showing me what a neato was, and always putting a smile on my face. The qualities that we try to teach in the classroom were also consistently on display through our many student athletes who represented our school well. For example, our senior boys basketball team, who were without fail one of the top-ranked teams in the province all season. Yeah, oh yeah, you clap for that. When I speak about legacy, you're what I'm talking about. There are very few individuals who could make Mr. Sarah punch the air out of excitement. But you boys did it after winning zones. To Toby and the rest of the team, you created a special legacy. You also beat Croxford by more than 60 points in the playoffs, which was arguably just as important of an achievement, because we love beating Croxford. We really do, really do. Blue and gold. With only a few days' notice, I ended up helping out with the senior girls volleyball team this year. Autumn, Sophia, Maddie, Sophie, Adeline, Addison, Yasmin, you never failed to remind me that I once almost drowned in the lake over at Nose Creek Park as an 8-year-old. This team taught me the importance of loving each other through the ups and the downs and how much fun a team could be when everyone comes together. There were a lot of unknowns at that point in the year, but you guys were an important constant for me. Choosing to help out with volleyball this season was one of the best choices that I've made in my career at Bert Church to date, even if I still can't hit a down ball to save my life. Lastly, to my basketball girls. The problem is Soha's looking right at me and I know where she is, so that's a problem. Prob, Soha, Cassie, Dana, and Emma, we talk a lot to our athletes about being students first and athletes second. These girls consistently set the standard for peak academic performance in our school. What's more is they backed that up with their play on the basketball court. You've been the heart and soul of the Bert Church girls basketball program ever since I started teaching here 4 years ago. Everyone knows your names, and it won't be the same without you in the gym or in our classes. We asked a lot of you this season, and you rose to the challenge. Thank you for always making me proud to be your coach and for all of the amazing memories over these past few years. It's okay, Soha and I are both almost crying. I think Soha actually is, but that's okay, she's smiling too. While much of my experience with you as a graduating class was either teaching you social studies or being involved with some of your sports teams, I wanted to make sure to recognize all our chargers that made our school such an amazing place to be these past 4 years. Whether that was through your efforts to keep most of the other students and staff fed with healthy lunches like fries, cookies, chocolate milk, and much more that actually is healthy in the culinary program, or keeping us entertained with your talents on the stage through drama, your masterful band performances, or with some incredibly talented art that is displayed around the halls, or in any of the other wonderful extracurriculars, sports, or options that you were a part of during your 4 years at Bert Church. Thank you. You've made this place a special place to be, one that I never want to leave, and I hope the younger grades follow in your footsteps. I wanted to share one story with you that I heard years ago that has stuck with me. When I think about this story, I can't help but think of you, the class of 2026. The story goes something like this. One day, an old man was walking along the beach in the early morning. There had been a terrible storm the night before, and the old man noticed that there were thousands of starfish that had washed up onto the shore. A ways ahead along the beach, the old man noticed a boy gathering up the starfish, then one by one, tossing them back into the ocean. The man approached the boy and asked why he spent so much energy doing what seemed to be such a colossal waste of time. The boy replied, "The starfish can't live if they are left stranded out in the sun." Then the old man gazed out as far as he could see and responded, But there must be thousands of miles of beach and countless starfish. You can't possibly rescue all of them. What difference is throwing back a few going to make anyway? The boy bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned, smiled, and said, "It made a difference to that one." During your time at Bert Church, sorry, I didn't know you were going to clap. During your time at Bert Church, I have seen you make a difference in each other's lives time and time again. You have picked each other up when you were stranded, stuck, when you felt alone or afraid. As teachers, we've just tried to copy your example if we found any of you starfish that were washed up onto shore from any of your own storms that you had to face or battle through alone. But personally, and perhaps selfishly, one of the biggest differences that you've made this year has been in my life. It's been a tough year, but through it all, you've been there. You're the ones that make it all worth it. You're the ones that are worth fighting for. Thank you for the impact that you've made on my life, on our lives as teachers, and I hope you know how much that I'm going to miss you. But with that being said, the world needs difference makers like you now more than ever. Your limitless potential would be wasted if you stayed in high school perpetually. And let's face it, most of you guys were ready to be done with high school a few months ago. It's okay. While the future is unpredictable, it is also unbelievably bright. In closing, let me leave you with a few last pieces of advice. Go out and travel the world. Learn a trade. Study at a university. Heck, become a teacher. It's an adventure. But whatever you do, move forward with your lives in the same way that has brought you so much success and made your presence invaluable here at Bert Church. Move forward as difference makers. In a world where the loudest voices often demand our attention, where anger can spread faster than understanding, and where people are often too encouraged to follow instead of think, choose to be people who ask questions, seek truth, and lead with integrity. Do not let volume replace wisdom or popularity replace character. Whatever it is that you choose to do after grade 12, make a difference. Be a difference maker. We need you. The world needs you. I can honestly say that I've never felt more confident in a group of graduates than I do right now. To the class of 2026, on behalf of all the teachers, we love you guys. Thank you.
Oh, springtime allergies. Oh, Mr. Lowry. Oh. Anyways, thank you, Mr. Lowry. That was beautifully said. Next, the valedictorian has the honor of giving a speech at the graduation ceremony that shares common memories, realities of graduation, future aspirations of the class of 2026. This graduate is a BCHS Charger who strives for academic excellence while contributing to a positive school community and culture. To introduce our valedictorian this year, we would like to welcome Ms. Carrie King to the stage.
Mr. Lowry got me all teary-eyed. Whew. Okay. It is my genuine honor to introduce your 2026 valedictorian, a student who defines excellence both in and out of the classroom. He has spent his time at Bert Church not just mastering academics, but also leading our varsity volleyball team as captain and mentoring others as a dedicated tutor. His commitment to Airdrie is evident in his diverse service, from officiating high-stakes championship games to building mental health retreats for first responders. Beyond his many accolades, he is a person of profound kindness who leads with his heart and embodies the very best of our school. Please join me in welcoming your 2026 class valedictorian, Nathan Kerr.
Thank you, Ms. King. Good evening, distinguished guests and fellow graduates. Thank you for joining us today in celebrating the class of 2026 embark on the next chapter of our lives. I would like to begin by thanking our families for the tremendous support and sacrifice you have all given us. We would not be here today if it were not for so many special people here. Personally, I would like to acknowledge my siblings, Owen, wherever you are, Natalie. It is a privilege to be your brother, and I would not trade it for anything. Your loving vexation and the memories we have made together have changed me in ways I can't express. I'm grateful that I get to continue through life with both of you by my side. And to my incredible parents, Sean, Lisa, there are no words to describe how thankful I am for each of you. You've shown me what it means to live authentically through unwavering care, compassion, and love in every aspect of my life. And to all the other parents and family here tonight, on behalf of your graduate, I would like to thank you as well. This accomplishment belongs just as much to you too. Over the past 4 years, you have acted as our personal chauffeurs, funded our caffeine addictions, acted as our unpaid emotional support team, and have always been there when we needed you the most. Your unending sacrifices have played an integral role in the success of the graduates here tonight, and for that, we thank you. Though our actions may not show it sometimes, words cannot describe how much we love and cherish you. To the administrators, caretakers, staff, the indispensable work you do, so often goes unrecognized. Without each and every one of you, our school would not be what it is today. We cannot thank you enough for the work you put in every day to make our school exceptional. And to the teachers, each of you has gone above and beyond the call of duty to cultivate an environment where learning is engaging and inspiring. Mr. Bonner's overly dramatic readings of Macbeth that propelled administrators down the halls with concern, Miss King igniting methane bubbles on the first day of chemistry, Mr. Verhees' boisterous voice which could pierce through any sleeping student, Mr. Horn making us do a ton of labs which I consistently complained about, and Miss Beliveau for playing calculus parody songs in hopes the chain rule would stick in our heads, and to all the other educators I didn't mention, who have similarly gone above and beyond to support our journeys, we thank you for making our school a positive learning environment and cramming as much information into our ignorant heads as possible. You all have a far greater impact on us than I think you often realize. A teacher's job is not only to pass on information, but to inspire greatness into each and every one of their students. As I look around at the exceptional class of 2026, I have no doubt that you have all done a phenomenal job at that. Finally, and most importantly, I would like to congratulate the graduating class of 2026 for their dedication over the past 4 years to get to this point. After 728 days of high school, over which I've gotten to know each of you, I can definitively say I am honored to have witnessed the class of 2026 step out of their comfort zones and grow into the resilient, compassionate, and genuinely inspiring individuals that sit here today. We are a group shaped by the same halls, the same seasons, and the same defining moments, yet each of us carries entirely unique stories. When we look back on our time here, we won't remember the assignments, the test scores, or even every exciting moment. What will remain with us, though, is the adversity we have overcome together. The long hours spent preparing for diploma exams, the uncertainty of the Alberta teacher strike, and the heartbreaking loss of one of Bert Church's most treasured teachers, Mr. Goodyear. Hardship has a way of bringing people together, and it has forged the class of 2026 into a close-knit and remarkably tenacious group. As we look ahead, I'm sure many of us feel a sense of trepidation at the uncertainty of the future. The important thing to remember, though, is that the feelings of anxiety are physiologically the same as those of excitement. Both increase cortisol and epinephrine. They share symptoms of an increased heart rate, perspiration, and a feeling of butterflies in your stomach. The only difference between them is psychological. Shifting your perception of the future can make all the difference. Assuming we all remain in good health, we each have on average 2,365,200,000 seconds on Earth. That's it. This speech has already cost us about 500 of them. I'm not saying this to be pessimistic, but to highlight how every fleeting moment of our lives can so quickly slip away. In 2016, my grandfather was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and in the span of a few short years, he became almost unrecognizable. His awareness, memory, it all slowly faded away. The day he no longer recognized me is one I will never forget. The thing is, I would give anything to have just a few more seconds with the coherent version of himself. We waste so much of our time on inconsequential things when the time we spend with others yields the most valuable seconds of our lives. Graduates, throughout our high school careers, we have spent 728 days together. That's 15,734,800 seconds. Look around you. How well do you actually know those next to you? How much time in the past 4 years have you spent tending to your relationships with people in this room? I know for myself, it's something I've neglected, and it's something I'll always regret. Truthfully, I don't feel especially qualified to stand here and offer advice to a class full of exceptional students. Any one of you could be giving this speech instead of me. I just happen to spend my 15,734,800 seconds studying. So instead of attempting to conjure up some meaningful insight about the future, which would come off as nothing more than ostentatious from a teenager who has yet to experience much of it, I would like to share an idea from Mr. Kirk, who is far wiser, charismatic, and experienced than I could ever dream to be. The advice is this: the more you buy into something, the more you will get out of it. Sounds simple, right? So why don't we all do it? If we're honest, the reason we hold back from fully investing in ourselves and in life isn't because we don't understand the idea of buying in. Perhaps we avoid engaging with the complexities of life because we can so easily hide behind fear, anxiety, and procrastination. I know most of us have fallen victim to that at some point over the last 4 years. The problem with fear and these other negative emotions is that they stop us from moving forward. There is no moment in life that feels certain, and growth has always required a willingness to step into that uncertainty. We don't have enough time in our lives to stand by passively, watching as it passes us by. I once heard an analogy that I would like to leave you all with. I'm sure many of you have heard it before, but for those of you who haven't, imagine you had $86,400 that vanished after 24 hours. Of course, you would do everything in your power to spend it. Moreover, if someone stole $10 of it, you wouldn't jump to throwing away the rest. The same goes for time. We have 86,400 seconds each day. Don't let someone else's 10 seconds ruin the rest of your day. Tomorrow is not promised, so devote the time you have on what matters most to you. Spend it on joy, spend it on whimsy, spend it on your future, spend it on what matters most to you. Just please, graduates, let's not spend it on our phones. As each of you go forward, seize every opportunity life throws at you. Start by making the most of the 86,400 seconds you have tomorrow, then the next, and the next. Among us today are the world's future athletes, innovators, tradespeople, first responders, artists, musicians, educators, engineers, healthcare workers, and so many more who I've no doubt will go on to shape and inspire the world in unimaginable ways. However, I caution you, in the pursuit of your dreams, don't neglect your relationships. Your goal will always be there, but the people around you will not. Sure, some may remember you for your achievements, but most of them, the best of them, couldn't care less. What matters, what people never forget, is how you made them feel. Thank you and congratulations, Bert Church Class of 2026.
Thank you, Nathan. Very well said. At this time, we would like to honor each graduate individually. It is show time. Students will be presented with a Bert Church High School Certificate of Commencement. Each graduate will also receive a yellow rose in honor of Miss Alexa Church, who is the wife of Mr. Bert Church. She began this tradition when our school first celebrated graduations. In honor of her memory, our school has continued this tradition since her passing. Bert Church recognizes graduates' academic achievement, which is present in this ceremony today. To achieve honors, a student must have earned an average of 80% or above. This is represented by a double gold cord worn over the graduate's stole. To receive honorable mention, graduates must have earned an average of 75 to 79%. This is represented by a single gold cord. We congratulate these students for their commitment to academic excellence. In order to honor our Indigenous graduates, students who have identified as First Nations, Métis, or Inuit will be presented with an Indigenous gift to recognize and honor their accomplishment. These gifts will be presented by the RVS Indigenous graduation. Our assistant principals, Mr. Johnson and Mr. Thompson, as well as teacher, Mr. Ferguson, will be announcing our graduates today. We would ask that you hold your applause until after the grad is inducted. As stated earlier, we ask that you do not approach the stage to take pictures as we have Life Touch taking professional photographs. And here we go.
No, that's good. Toby Abdul. Toby thanks his parents, teachers, friends, and God. He will remember BCI. Quinn Adai. Quinn plans to study business at the U of C. He thanks the teachers who supported him, his family, and his friends. Zoe Adai. Zoe will remember the basketball tournaments. He plans to attend U of C for finance. Opiemi Adetola. Opiemi will remember receiving 100% on his Math 20-1 final. He thanks Mrs. Stagniak for making him feel welcome when he arrived from Nigeria. Shelby Adrian. Shelby thanks her parents. Her career goal is to be a registered nurse. Victory Agahoa. Victory thanks his mom for all the help and support over the last 12 years. Shanaza Ahmed. Shanaza's favorite memories are watching the World Cup. She is planning a career as a realtor. Abdallah Al-Shara. Abdallah will be working for a year before pursuing a career as a lawyer. Grace Aldridge. Grace is planning to become a military historian. She thanks her family, her boyfriend, and Mr. Bloomhagen. Jawad Muhammad Ali. Jawad thanks his friends and teachers. He plans to pursue a career as a police officer. Aliyah Jori Al-Sulami. Aliyah Jori will remember lunches with her friends. Her career plans are to be a nurse or a hairdresser. Isabella Ansel. Isabella thanks her sister Carrie and Mr. Lowry. She is planning to become an esthetician. Jackie Anderson. Jackie will be attending AU Arts. She thanks her mom, dad, and sisters. Theo Anderson. Theo thanks Mrs. Branford for forcing them to do their work. Josh Armitage. Josh's memorable experience was the Montreal-Ottawa trip with the art and drama classes. Joshua Armstrong. Joshua will remember the photography field trip to Banff. He thanks Mr. Verhees, Mrs. Wilson, Mr. Horn, and Mr. Larson. Jenica Avery. Jenica is planning to attend a career in non-destructive testing and workplace safety. Yasmin Badran. Yasmin thanks her family, Mrs. King, Ms. Delorier, and Mrs. Yaye. Roman Badsgon. Roman will be pursuing a career in HVAC. Precious Bagtas. Precious thanks her mom, dad, brother, dogs, friends, boyfriend, and herself for getting there. Dallin Barker. Dallin plans to work and travel before pursuing his goal of becoming a firefighter. Hannah Jean Batinga. Hannah will remember hanging out with her best friend during the Cobble Classics. Kira Beatty. Kira will remember playing in the Cobble Classic. Jack Began. Jack plans to become a mechanical engineer specializing in mechatronics. Sejal Bengag. Sejal thanks all the friends and family that helped her through high school, specifically her Aunt Missy. Bastian Benner. Bastian is planning to attend the U of C for mechanical engineering. Charlotte Bergen. Charlotte will remember being involved in the theater programs. Isabella Bernal Suarez. Isabella thanks her parents for never failing to constantly believe in her and her best friends for always helping her. Paris Berry. Paris thanks his parents and teachers for all their support. Kara Bayak. Kara is planning to pursue a career as a clinical psychologist. Tulip Bolero. Tulip's memorable moments are in Biology 20 with Mr. Horn. Abigail Bissonette. Abigail will remember German class with Mr. Burns and the theater productions. Olivia Blackmore. Olivia is planning to attend the University of Calgary for accounting and finance. Paige Bloomhagen. Paige will be attending Cappenway Harbor Bible School on Thetis Island, British Columbia. Kimoni Bosch. Kimoni's memorable moments were at the carnival at the beginning of his grade 12 year. Kimoni would like to thank Mrs. Rendell and Miss Mensa for all their help. Cameron Bourne. Cameron will remember hiking the Rockies with friends and time spent growing as a leader in Rocky View School's Leadership Academy. Sierra Bauman. Sierra plans to work towards becoming a 911 dispatcher. She thanks her friends, family, and Mr. Lowry. Katie Boyer. Katie plans to study kinesiology at the U of C and eventually become a physiotherapist. Brooklyn Brown. Brooklyn thanks her parents, step-parents too, for always supporting, believing, and being there no matter what. She would not be here without you. Marcus Brownlee. Marcus thanks his teachers for their help and support. Kai Bryan. Kai will be attending the U of C for computer science. Her career goal is to become a software engineer. Arlen Buchholz. Arlen thanks Mr. Bonner and Mrs. Booker for making school enjoyable. She will be attending Western University for medical sciences. Gabriella Burnsed. Gabriella will remember watching the teacher versus student volleyball and basketball games. Naomi Bwambale. Naomi will remember Social 20-1 with Mr. McCrae and the U of C field trip with Mr. Kirk. Abigail Caddick-Mayer. Abigail thanks her mom for motivating her every day and her teachers, Miss Haight Vane and Mr. Lowry, for helping her when she could not help herself. Cassie Kaju. Cassie's most memorable moment was when we beat Chestermere's basketball team by 1 point in grade 11. Noah Keynes. Noah will remember Science 10 class with Mr. Ball. Andrew Cameron. Andrew thanks everyone who helped him with math. Karis Uriel Cardahan. Karis's memorable moments were going to Edmonton for volleyball. Caden Carr. Caden will remember attending the Canadian Student Leadership Conference in Toronto. Anthony Carter. Anthony will be working while he pursues his career goal of becoming a realtor. Alexander Castle. Alexander's memorable moments were competing in nationals in Toronto with band. Ryland Chalmers. Ryland thanks her family and friends who have always supported and pushed her to be who she is. Cassie Shapil. Cassie thanks his parents for all their support and help over the years. Oliver Chappelle. Oliver will remember Mr. Burns' German class. He thanks Mr. Burns, Mr. Lucas, and Mr. Jones. Isabella Christoffi. Isabella thanks her friends and family. She is planning to attend university. Logan Sid. Logan will be attending SAIT for sheet metal and HVAC. Jacob Kluche. Jacob is considering a career in trades or law enforcement. Bella Clow. Bella is planning to study entomology. Jasmine Collins. Jasmine is planning a career in animal rescue. She thanks Mr. Williams. Julie Collins. Julie thanks her family, friends, and boyfriend for being there for her. Ryan Connolly. Ryan is taking a gap year and plans to travel to Southeast Asia. Ariana Craig. Ariana will be working for a Bachelor of Fine Arts and a Bachelor of Education. Lucas Crommelholm. Lucas thanks his family for all the support throughout his life. Oliver Cumbers. Oliver thanks his family here today, along with his grandparents and younger brother, who are always with him. Amelia Kenichi. Amelia thanks Mr. Bonner, Mr. Smith, and her cat. Parker Curry Francis. Parker thanks Mr. Vihes, Mrs. Wilson, and Mr. Larson. Nico Cutliff. Nico's most memorable moments were working on Momentum Mori. She thanks Mr. Redicop, Mrs. Branford, Mr. Lowry, and Mr. Williams. Hermione Dowling. Hermione plans to attend SAIT for welding. She thanks her family for their support. Eva Daly. Eva will remember being a student athletic trainer with her best friend. Sophia Dean. Sophia thanks her mom for being the reason she is here today. Cole Delisle. Cole will be attending U of C for engineering. He will remember all the times with his friends. Jenna Dempsey. Jenna will remember yoga with Miss Nguyen and Social 10 with Mr. Lowry. Diwan Dio. Diwan is planning to attend the U of C for environmental sciences. Kaysen DeRosiers. Kaysen will remember the wildlife field trips. He thanks Mr. Thompson for all the help with his classes. April Devon. April is planning to pursue a career as an electrician. She thanks her family and friends. Leo Diaz. Leo will remember Mrs. Branford's English classes. Peyton Dixon. Peyton's plans to pursue a career in plumbing. Emily Diebold. Emily thanks her friends, her parents, and Miss Booker and Chef Sheets for instilling her love for culinary. Brett Disher Harvey. Brett plans a career in the trades. He thanks Mr. Lucas and his parents. Caitlin Doyle. Caitlin will remember Miss King's chemistry class. She is planning on studying nursing. Lucas Dreyer. Lucas plans to join the military. He will remember wildlife camping trips. Maya Drysdale. Maya thanks the entire math department for helping her pass the last 3 years of math. Dane Dewick. Dane plans to go to the YWAM, Youth with a Mission in New Zealand, and pursue youth ministry. Aidan Dunlop. Aidan will remember the snowboard field trip to Nakiska. He plans on becoming an airline pilot. Dana Dunphy. Dana plans to attend the U of L for a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and eventually achieve a Master's in Speech-Language Pathology. Lucius Elliott Minatoli. Lucius thanks his mom, dad, and siblings. He plans to attend post-secondary. Sophia Elliott Hoffland. Sophia thanks her family and friends, also Mr. Lowry, for listening to all her rants and helping her improve her test-taking skills. Joanna Amohare. Joanna is planning to attend post-secondary for nursing. Michael Follow. Michael thanks Mr. Dorner for the amazing experiences in band over the years. Dominique Farr. Dominique will remember philosophy class with Mr. McCrae. Mark Fay. Mark will remember grade 11 foods class. He thanks Miss Mensa, Mrs. Beliveau, Mr. Lowry, Miss Wilson, and Mr. Lucas. Taylor Fedechko. Taylor thanks Mr. Ferguson and Mr. Lowry for always understanding. Jeremy Fair. Jeremy career plans are to receive his Red Seal in carpentry. Cameron Forsyth. Cameron will remember the outdoor education trips. Sophia Forsyth. Sophia is planning to attend university for environmental science.
Noah Francis. Noah's memorable moments were being on the basketball team for 3 years. Grace Friend. Grace is planning to play rugby at the U of C and get her Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Brooklyn Gamble. Brooklyn thanks Miss Carlson, her grade 11 math teacher. Samara Gadet. Samara will be working towards a Bachelor of Science and Nursing. Dean Gauvin. Dean thanks his family and his best friend. Lucas Jeffrey. Lucas thanks his parents and all his friends who were there for him during his last year of grade 12. Owen Gerbrecht. Owen's memorable moments were the team dinners with the football team. Abigail Gillingham. Abigail is planning to major in criminal justice to become a forensic scientist or detective. Harlan Godwin. Harlan will remember the zoo field trips with photography class. He thanks it. Caden Gothic. Caden is planning to become an entrepreneur. He will always remember grade 11 PE with Mr. Sarah. Zachary Grant. Zachary thanks his parents for all their support. This moment is his most memorable moment. Rhiannon Grenko. Rhiannon's career goal is to become a psychologist or social worker. Sahaj Grewal. Sahaj will remember Wildlife 10 field trips. He will be attending U of C for engineering. Lucas Grandines. Lucas will remember building futures in grade 10. Jeremy Grossel. Jeremy will remember all the great trips he took in wildlife class. Monica Guerrero Morales. Monica thanks her family, Mr. Bonner, Mr. Jones, and Mr. Goodyear. Sawyer Hall. Sawyer is planning to attend Vancouver Film School. He thanks Mr. Bonner. Alex Hann. Alex thanks Mr. Goodyear, Ms. Branford, and Mr. McCrae. Emma Hansen. Emma is planning to attend Mount Royal University for criminal justice. Maggie Harder. Maggie's memorable moments were performing at Nationals in Toronto. Davin Hardy. Davin will be going up to northern BC to work in a fishing lodge right after high school. Evan Hartley. Evan will remember art class. He sends a shout out to Luke. Riley Hattie. Riley's memorable moment was the grade 9 pie eating competition with D1. Jaden Henninger. Jaden is hoping to attend SAIT for woodshop. He thanks his best friends. Rihanna Henwood. Rihanna would like to thank her mom, dad, and her sister. Cameron Heptonstall. Cameron will be taking a year to work before going back to school for sonography. Jason Hibbs. Jason's memorable experience was the band trip to Toronto for Nationals. Jovi Hodgson. Jovi will be pursuing a degree in marketing at U of C. Logan Hogler. Logan thanks Miss McKecken for not only supporting him as a teacher, but also as a coach, helping him grow as a person throughout the years. Nicholas Hoffert. Nicholas's memorable moments were the band trip to Toronto for Nationals. He thanks his parents, Miss Booker, Chef Sheets, and Mr. Dorner. Liam Hogan. Liam will remember grade 11 wildlife. He thanks his family. Lene Hollins. Lene thanks her teachers and closest friends. Dawson Holmes. Dawson will be attending U of C for cellular molecular microbial biology. He will remember queer prom at the Boys and Girls Club. Shayla Hopkins. Shayla will remember playing on the rugby team. She thanks Ms. Deloyer, Ms. Branford, and Mr. Lowry. Lucas Huff. Lucas will be pursuing a career as a mechanic. He thanks Aidan Wolin. Rachel Hunt. Rachel thanks her parents for supporting her and helping her to reach this milestone. Colton Jackson McConnell. Colton thanks his mom, teammates, friends, and teachers that helped him excel through school. Jameel Jackson Reid. Jameel plans to pursue a career as a mechanical technician. Cameron Jacoby. Cameron thanks his mom, dad, Mr. Dorner, Mr. Nannon, and his friends. Keaton Jameson. Keaton will remember the band trip to Toronto for nationals. Mackenzie Jansen. Mackenzie thanks all her teachers throughout high school for not only teaching her and helping her to improve her work, but also for understanding and helping her through the rough patches. Liam J. Liam will be working for his Bachelor of Business. Michaela Jenkins. Michaela thanks her mom for all of her help. Gwen Johnson. Gwen thanks Mr. Burns. You are the best. Levi Johnson. Levi will remember the pancake eating competition in grade 11. Jenny Johnston. Jenny's memorable moments were rugby seasons. She thanks her family and friends. Declan Johnstone. Declan thanks his mom and dad. He will remember Outdoor Ed 9 with Miss Wilson. Emma Jones. Emma is planning to attend the U of L for a Bachelor of Education. Kendrick Jose. Kendrick thanks God, his family, friends, Mr. Kirk, Ms. Yaye, Mr. Lowry, Ms. Deloyer, Ms. King, Ms. Beliveau, and Mr. Lucas. Hannah Keiss. Hannah thanks Ms. Tazowski for always being nice to her and being there when she needed someone. Colt Kardash. Colt thanks his home family and his sports family. Trisha Karkara. Trisha will remember meeting her friends. She thanks her uncle, Mr. Verhees, and Mrs. Williams. Madeline Karpinski. Madeline is planning to attend post-secondary. Gurnur Kaur. Gurnur's memorable moment was winning gold in badminton zones and making it into the top 5 girls singles players in Alberta. Sahajpreet Kaur. Sahajpreet will be pursuing a nursing career and wants to thank her family. Odin Kime. Odin will remember his first relay for life in grade 9. He thanks Miss Branford. Isabel Kelk. Isabel thanks her parents. She will be pursuing a career in art or acting. Tyler Keller. Tyler will remember building a house in the Building Futures program. Tylen Kelly. Tylen thanks his parents for every sacrifice they made and for always believing in him, even when he did not believe in himself. Natalie Kerr. Natalie is committed to U of L for softball and will be majoring in kinesiology. She thanks Mr. Bonner, Mr. Kirk, and her family. Nathan Kerr. Nathan will be attending the U of C for biomedical science. He thanks Ms. King. Aiden Kirby. Aiden is planning to pursue a career working with youth. Romeo Kirkham. Romeo thanks Ms. Weigel and Ms. Jans for the support he did not know he needed. Caden Clappy. Caden will remember gym class with Mr. P. He thanks Mr. Jones. Riot Kalsnek. Riot's memorable moments were grade 10 science with Mr. Ball. He thanks his mom, dad, Roan, and Nash. Athena Cornelson. Athena plans to pursue speech pathology. She will remember the band trip to Toronto. Gracie Krolick. Gracie thanks her mom for helping her when school felt hard. Caden Cush. Caden thanks Ms. Haight Vane for being an awesome teacher and lots of fun. Tessa Kwan. Tessa plans to pursue psychology with the goal of helping and supporting people. Piper Lang. Piper thanks her mom, dad, sisters, Mr. Smith, Ms. Tritter, and Ms. Haight Vane. Ruby Laton. Ruby is going to work for a year before starting her career path in culinary. She thanks her teachers for their help. Jacob Lawson. Jacob will remember waking up early and going to the gym with friends. Dia Lee. Dia will remember the band trip to Toronto for nationals. Joseph Lee. Joseph will be pursuing a career as a chiropractor. He thanks God, his parents, and friends. Rowan Lee. Rowan's career goal is to become an interdisciplinary therapy assistant. Harper Leggett. Harper will remember winning dodgeball intramurals with his friends. Avery Levesque. Avery will remember Tech Week for Little Women. She's planning to get a master's in social work. Gracelyn Lewis. Gracelyn is planning to attend U of L for business administration and marketing. Ethan Lloyd. Ethan will be attending Stenberg College for a career as a nursing aide. Callie Loban. Callie will remember passing math. She thanks Ms. Weigel, Mr. Lucas, and her parents. Gavin Lord. Gavin plans to follow in his father's footsteps and become an automotive technician. Hudson Lowe's. Hudson will remember Mechanics 10 with Mr. Nannon. Jackson Lynch. Jackson will be pursuing a career in aircraft mechanics. Luke Lytle. Luke will remember lunch with Ms. Brown and friends. He thanks his mom, dad, sister, and Jesus. Molly Lytle. Molly is planning to attend MRU for a Bachelor of Elementary Education. Hunter McCauley. Hunter will remember playing football. His career plan is to be a firefighter. Riley McIver. Riley will remember lunches in the art room. He thanks his mom and dad for helping him to get there. Soha Majid. Soha is planning to go to the US to attend post-secondary and become a dentist. Bella Marino. Bella will be pursuing a career in early childhood education. She is grateful to her mom and dad. Addison Martins. Addison will remember Timbit Tuesdays. She thanks her family, friends, and Ms. Wilson. Jessica Martins. Jessica is planning to attend post-secondary for sociology. Katie Martin. Katie will remember music class with Rhiannon. Sydney Matsemwa. Sydney's memorable moments were being a spirit leader in ASLIC. Evangeline McConnell. Evangeline will be pursuing a degree in business. Shaylin McCormick. Shaylin will be attending Trent University in Ontario for a Bachelor of Science in the Forensic Science program. Rylance McDonald. Rylance will remember playing rugby. She plans to become a welder. Melanie McDowell. Melanie thanks Mr. Thompson, her boyfriend, Ms. Haight-Vane, and Mr. Lucas. Sadie McGrath. Sadie will remember photography class with Mr. Motti. Alicia McKee. Alicia thanks all her teachers for their help and support over the last years. Madison McKeegan. Madison plans to be a veterinarian technician. She thanks her parents. Eden McTavish. Eden thanks his parents for everything they have done to help him reach this milestone. Malia Mosen. Malia will remember spending time with her friends. She thanks her mom and dad. Sifa Mondo. Sifa thanks her mom, her dad, and her siblings for always believing in her. Also, thank you to everyone who helped her through high school and showed her love and kindness. Jemery Claire Monson. Jemery plans to pursue a career in nursing. She thanks Ms. King, Mr. Burns, and Ms. Branford. Jordan Moore Kone. Jordan's most memorable experience was participating in Beauty and the Beast with Mr. Goodyear. He will be attending Mount Royal next year. Avery Morrison. Avery thanks her friends and family. Amisha Machala. Amisha will be attending Mount Royal University to study athletic therapy. Brody Muller. Brody's career goal is to become a journeyman mechanic. Noah Munakais. Noah will be attending U of C for neuroscience in pursuit of a career as a surgeon. Christian Murphy. Christian is planning to get a Bachelor of Science in Geology at the U of C. Austin Murray. Austin thanks his mom. Walking the stage is his memorable moment. Alishba Nadim. Alishba would like to thank her friends. She is planning to pursue post-secondary education. Sadia Nazari. Sadia thanks her family for their unconditional love and support, her teachers for their guidance and encouragement, and her friends for making these years unforgettable. Avery Neal. Avery will be attending the U of A for a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology before becoming an EMT. Emily Newell. Emily will be joining the Canadian Armed Forces and the Naval Experience Program. Tiernan Newell. Tiernan thanks his parents, family, friends, and Matthew Stephenson. He plans to pursue a career in the trades. Keegan Newman. Keegan plans a career in carpentry. He thanks his mom, his dad, and his aunt. Jasmine Nierva. Jasmine thanks all her friends and family for their love and support. Kalia Nieva. Kalia thanks her mom, dad, sister, and her best friend, Val. Brianna Overing. Brianna will remember traveling to Montreal and Ottawa with her peers and teachers.
Sophia Ordonez. Sophia thanks her friends, family, and Miss Newen for loving and guiding her every day. Amelia Osborne. Amelia plans to attend post-secondary to become a sports physiotherapist. Belle Rosevere Pang. Belle Rosevere thanks his family, and he is planning a career as an electrician. Prabnur Pander. Prabnur is planning to attend UC for biomedical science. Rylan Poure. Rylan thanks Mr. Goodyear, his family, friends, and teachers. Penelope Pazzi. Penelope will be attending the U of C to study political science. Jesse Piallo. Jesse thanks his parents for supporting him at his lowest moments and pushing him to be better, not only in school, but in life. Zara Pearman. Zara will be attending Bow Valley College to become an LPN. Ethan Pearson. Ethan thanks Mr. Goodyear for showing him just how much live theater meant to him. I do not know where I would be without you. Thank you, Mrs. Brantford, for generally caring for every one of your students. Tatiana Signorowski. Tatiana will be pursuing a Bachelor's of Fashion Design and Technology at the Wilson School of Design. Daniela Rubio Pereira. Daniela thanks her mom, her stepfather, Mrs. Mensa, Mrs. Hatevain, and Miss Schritter for all the help and support. Valentina Rubia Pereira. Valentina thanks her family, Miss Mensa, Mrs. Lack, Mrs. Schritter, and Mrs. Hatevain for all the help and support with school. Marcus Peterson. Marcus will remember winning BCI, and he thanks Mr. Sira. Molly Pitt. Molly thanks her dad for always pushing her to be the best. Brady Popoff. Brady thanks every teacher, peer, and family member who has helped him throughout this chapter of his life. Adeline Preston. Adeline will be attending the U of A, majoring in psychology. Jaden Puglia. Jaden will be working before attending SAIT for carpentry. Dana Pusnick. Dana's memorable moment is Mr. Bonner's reading A Streetcar Named Desire and falling to the floor yelling, "Stella!" Hudson Quayle. Hudson thanks his family, and this is his memorable moment. Zion Rahim. Zion will remember being on the basketball team. Bree Raven. Bree is planning to pursue a career in radiologic technology. Daniel Ray. Daniel will remember Mr. Horn's physics class, and he thanks his family and his friends. Addison Raison. Addison will be pursuing a career in aviation. Lila Reed. Lila thanks her mom, dad, sister, her best friend, Isabella, and Mrs. King for being her rock. Brent Reitzma. Brent will remember grade 10 mechanics class, and he thanks his family and his friends. Sebastian Wrinkle. Sebastian is planning to attend film school and then work somewhere in the film industry. Ellie Roblin. Ellie plans to attend post-secondary for a degree in political science. Gage Rogers. Gage will remember science class. Greg Alexander Rodriguez Corral. Greg will be attending the U of C for political science. Tiffany Rose. Tiffany thanks Mr. Goodyear, Mr. Williams, Ms. Hatevane, Ms. Jans, and Ms. Boguski. Jacob Ross. Jacob will remember meeting his friends, and he thanks his best friend, Jet. Heidi Rue. Heidi's memorable moment was being on the girls' rugby team and winning a banner in grade 10. Zuhal Sadat. Zuhal thanks her friends and family, especially her mom, for always pushing her to be her best. Sarah Martin Salas. Sarah thanks Chef Sheets and Chef Brooker, and she is planning to attend SAIT for culinary arts. Lavleen Sandhu. Lavleen will be attending the U of C for a Bachelor of Social Science with the goal of law school. Kayla Santos. Kayla will be attending Georgian College in Ontario for the pre-health sciences program and working towards a career in healthcare. Julia Sauvé. Julia thanks Mrs. Schroeder, Mr. Lawyer, and Mrs. Branford, and she plans to travel. Ryder Schaefers. Ryder thanks Mr. Dorner, and he is planning to work while he is deciding on a career pathway. Zoe Shappert. Zoe is planning to attend UBC for film studies. Marshall Scott. Marshall will remember Quinn Adai in Chem 20, and he thanks Mr. Jones. Cameron Seabrook. Cameron attends to a planned Dalhousie University for medical sciences, and he will remember all of the band trips. Brooke Singer. Brooke is hoping to earn her Bachelor of Education and teach high school English. Coralyn Sharp. Coralyn will remember being a part of the Beauty and the Beast and A Midsummer's Night's Dreams plays at school. Afanwi Shuche will remember grade 9 math, and she thanks her amazing friends. Sabrina Siakaluk. Sabrina plans to study elementary education at the University of Alberta. Olivia Salagi. Olivia thanks her mom, and she is planning to attend post-secondary. Ian Simon. Ian's career path will be working towards becoming a police officer. Braden Simpson. Braden will remember winning the soccer championship in grade 9. Marcus Simpson. Marcus's memorable moments were the zoo and the Banff field trips. Braylee Skabinski. Braylee thanks her best friends who reminded her to find joy in everything. Eric Smith. Eric plans to become a mechanical engineer, and he thanks Corbin, Sebastian, Michael, and Christian. Adam Sonnenberg. Adam thanks his friends and his partner. Ethan Sorensen. Ethan plans to pursue a career in mechanics, and he thanks Mr. Nannon for all of the guidance. Carter Sue Van Lassie. Carter thanks Dr. Ola, and he will remember Dr. Ola's grade 10C math class. Oliver Stanger. Oliver's memorable moment was defeating the Cochrane High football team. Caitlin Stephenson. Caitlin thanks everyone who helped her reach this milestone. Alexandria Steffler. Alexandria's memorable moments were competing in provincials her second year of rugby. Sined Soliman. Sined thanks his friends, his family, and teachers who all supported him throughout his high school. Jackson Sullivan. Jackson will be attending Bow Valley College for cybersecurity, and he thanks Mr. Lowry. Leah Swanson. Leah is taking a gap year and then plans to attend Delmar College. Nora Tatro. Nora thanks her mama for support, and she will remember Mrs. Mentz's foods classes. Kaylin Turnowski. Kaylin will remember grade 10 science class, and he thanks his parents, his friends, and his family. Summer Thomas. Summer thanks her family, friends, and teachers for all their support. You've all helped her grow and made her high school experience unforgettable. Corbin Thompson. Corbin is planning on pursuing a career in welding. Nathan Thompson. Nathan will remember having fun and making memories of the people and with the people that he cares about. Callie Titus. Callie thanks her grandparents, her mom, and she is planning to become a tattoo artist. Alexandra Todd. Alexandra thanks her parents and her family for keeping her on track and getting her to this moment. Lila Trejic. Lila plans to pursue a degree in forensic psychology at Mount Royal University. Olivia Trudeau. Olivia's memorable experiences are building 2 houses and taking part in engine. Josh Van Turna. Josh Van thanks his mom, his friends, and Mr. Lowry for being understanding. Nolan Valier. Nolan's memorable moments are the Nationals trip to Toronto with the band. Layla Van Breda. Layla will remember yoga class and for the friendships and fun she found there. Tegan Van Sluis. Tegan thanks her parents for their unwavering support, and her career goal is to become a veterinarian. Seth Vincent. Seth will remember all of the field trips with his friends. Bryson Vossen. Bryson thanks Mr. Newen Ms. Nguyen, and is going to pursue a career in welding. Autumn Voth. Autumn will be attending BCIT for architecture. Drake Walker. Drake is planning on attending the U of C for anthropology. Adriana Wall. Adriana thanks her friends for making her high school experience easier. Jordan Walls. Jordan will remember German 9, and she thanks Mr. Lucas. Destin Warner. Destin is planning to attend the University of Alberta of Arts, and he thanks his mother. Samantha Weiss. Samantha will remember Mr. Jones' leadership class. Kingsley White. Kingsley thanks his parents and teachers for all of their support over the last 4 years. Jack Wiersma. Jack plans to attend the U of A for a Bachelor of Education. Dalen Williams. Dalen thanks Roman Lee for making everything a whole lot lighter. Duradolua Williams. Duradolua thanks his grandpa, for always being proud of him, and he will remember math with Rowan. Lawson Wynn. Lawson memorable moments were the Toronto band trip, and he thanks Mr. Dorner and his parents. Aiden Wallen. Aiden thanks Lucas. He is planning a career to become as an electrician. Cooper Yee. Cooper will be attending SAIT to become an electrician, and he thanks his mom, his dad, and his friends that he made in high school. Caden Zarn. Caden will be taking a gap year while he decides what career path to pursue. Jaden Zamura. Jaden will remember Science 10 with Zoe and Kai, and his career plan is to become an electrician. Angie Zuniga Faden. Angie is thankful for the effort her mom, Bonnie, and her dad, Oscar, put into her education. All right, one big round of applause for all of our 2026 graduates, please. Awesome. Okay, in a few minutes, one of the final acts that Mrs. Tyzowski is principal, who worked with many of you at Ralph McCall when you were still cute and young and small, is going to do one of her final acts, and that's going to be the hat toss. Okay? She's going to give you some specific instructions because we get one shot at this, okay? And she'll give you some instructions, and we'll celebrate and finish off the day.
Thanks for that. I'm just going to wait for some of our friends to join us in their seat before we start. All right. For our parents, I already see that you're ready to go with your phones. Yeah, that's great. Please take them out if you haven't already. Be ready for this moment. This moment is a really defining, pivotal one tonight. To all of our graduates, if you have your hats on and have some pins, if you want to take your pins out of them. Yep. You can hold on to it. I'm just going to wait another minute for others. Are we ready to go? Yeah? We're good? Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, graduates.